Hi everyone, welcome back to our video series on the new digital SAT verbal section. We're going to talk about some hacks for you today. Make sure to follow us for more content. All right, so this problem is going to be a main idea question. So we know when we're thinking about main idea, it has to kind of apply to the entire passage as a whole, not just cover supporting details, but really cover everything that we've learned in the passage, okay? So in 1934, physicist Eugene Wigner posited the existence of a crystal consisting entirely of electrons in a honeycomb-like structure. The so-called Wigner crystal remained largely conjecture, however, until Feng Wang and colleagues announced in 2021 that they had captured an image of one. The researchers trapped electrons between two semiconductors and then cooled the apparatus, causing the electrons to settle into a crystalline structure. By inserting an ultra-thin sheet of graphene above the crystal, the researchers obtained an impression, the first visual confirmation of the Wigner crystal. All right, so we're learning about this crystal here, kind of the physicist that came up with it, and then how they eventually proved that it existed, kind of in the later half of the passage. So thinking about kind of those details and ideas that we learned in the passage, let's look at our options. So A, researchers have obtained the most definitive evidence to date of the existence of the Wigner crystal. All right, so we definitely did see here that they obtained some more definitive evidence that they proved with this experiment that they described. So A seems like it could be a good choice. Let's look at the rest though. B, researchers have identified an innovative new method for working with unusual crystalline structures. So this one's going to be a little bit too general, okay? So it's talking about crystalline structures kind of overall, but here we're only talking about the specific Wigner crystal, so we can eliminate that one. Then we have C, graphene is the most important of the components required to capture an image of the Wigner crystal. Okay, the passage did talk about the graphene and how they used it to create an impression of the structure. It doesn't suggest, though, that it's the most important component, and also that was only in the very last section of the passage, so it can't be that one either. So then D, it's difficult to acquire an image of a Wigner crystal because of the crystal's honeycomb structure. All right, so it did talk about the honeycomb-like structure in the very beginning of the passage. Didn't really say anything about the structure itself being the difficulty of having proven the existence of this crystal, though. So we can also get rid of D, so that just leaves us with A, so that is definitely going to be our correct choice. All right, follow us for more.